welcome back to the show Chosen One. I got my little kitty cat with me. Say hi, Cookie. She always likes to come around. If you ever see me going like this around me, it's because she wants to come in the video with me. She was my sister, my late sister's cat, and then I got her like a year before Sissy passed away. So, but we've always been connected, and I love her. That's my baby. So yeah, love her to death. So I want to talk about, what was I going to talk about? I have a topic, but, I'm here to talk about chosen ones. Okay. That's what my channel's about. Chosen ones, what we be going through, man. So I wonder if you guys could, feel free to comment below, like my channel, like my page, whatever, I have some other platforms I post these on, but please like and comment below. Okay, I want you guys to comment below if you feel like it, but I would love for you guys to share your stories with me too. And also write down below like topics you want me to talk about as well, because I want to get these messages out. But comment below if you come from a background where you feel like you're like the outcast, or you're like the black sheep, you know what I mean? Or you always were treated differently in some way, okay? But some of you guys might have had that one person or one family member that knew who you were, you know what I mean? And just treated you differently, and they hated it and they were jealous of it, you know what I mean? But because that was for me with my aunt, my great aunt that passed away. She was like the best thing that ever happened to me. And everybody else, that's another story. But chosen ones go through some shit in this life. Like, let me just tell you, like, the haters that be trying to come at us, they don't realize what the hell we be going through. You know what I'm saying? Because we wear it so well. We don't look like what we've been through. Okay? Like, look at me. Okay? I am 40 years old, and I get told all the time that I look like I'm in my 20s. Okay? Like, I look young. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm up there. I don't really feel like 40 is old, but I feel like 40 is like where your wisdom hits in. You know what I mean? Like where you just like, it just starts to hit you like, oh, wow. Like you just go through this transition. You just go through this metamorphosis. Okay? So everything you knew that you was going through all these years, you start to like piece the puzzles. You have all the pieces to the puzzle now, so they can't F with you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like for me, like I want to talk about me discovering me being a chosen one. I always knew when I was little I was different, just how I was gravitated to people, and just the different energies I felt when I was young. Like I can always sense when there was a bad person. Like I would cry with my mom and stuff like that. Or I say, I don't like them, there's something bad about this person. Like, and I was always right, But I had signs of things, and I would tell my family things about certain people that I knew when I was little. And things I knew, like just growing up, like me knowing I was the chosen one, it was because I had a demonic attack. 2011, how old was I in 2011? I had to be 26 or 27. When I had my first real awakening of who I was. And this entity, this dark demonic spirit spoke in tongue though, and it told me chosen one. So I didn't know nothing about chosen one. I went to church growing up, but I didn't really know about the chosen ones and stuff like that. I didn't know about any of that until I had that encounter after my cousin had passed away. I think it was like a year after my cousin was murdered. And I had this encounter come to me, and I had a lot of prophetic dreams, and I'm not going to tell you all the details of that, but I'm just going to give you examples like of how you're chosen. I just get random things, like I'll know things about people. Like when my sister and my aunt died, I had signs before they passed away. Hard to explain it, but it was just like a feeling. It's not something I can verbally explain, but I got certain inklings, certain senses about it. Not happy that I did, but you know, these are the gifts that chosen ones get sometimes, you know, and sometimes it's not good what you feel, and yeah, it's a lot to take in, but we know things, we have high senses, okay, and people like to, you know, mock us, and that's why it says in the Bible, like, the mocker, those that mock don't get knowledge, don't get wisdom. They stay in stupidity. You know what I mean? Because they're not learning what they don't know. They're not learning their opposite, what's different from them. You know what I mean? Though they get people that are so used to being like the status quo, like the normal, if that's what you want to call it, are the ones that are really lost. You know what I mean? So when they see people like me come into the energy field, it's like they're uncomfortable. They gossip. But you want to know what's crazy? One thing I can say about people that talk shit about me, I know when I'm being talked about. I can feel it and I can sense it from a mile away. But they don't ever come to my face and tell me what the hell they're saying about me. Okay? So, chosen ones, you know what I mean? But please comment down below if you've experienced these different things. And how did you know you were the chosen one? My personal experiences was from a dark entity. Okay, and I prayed to God while I was like on my back, and like not on my back, I was on my side, and I couldn't move. And this dark gargoyle, dark demon spirit came to me at the side of my bed at 26 to 27 years old. And I was like, wait a minute. It was like, what they call it, sleep paralysis, something like that. And it was just speaking in tongue, and I remembered the words and everything. I even get Hebrew. I have dreams where I'm getting messages spoken in Hebrew, and then I'll wake up and I'll hear it. Like one day, I remember this dream I had where I was like this angelic being. I don't know, these people were like locked up somewhere, and I had this dream where I woke up. Oh no, I didn't wake up. I can't explain it all, but I was speaking, I was singing to these people. And I had on all white, and it was like back in like some type of ancient time. And all I know is that like I was like, they were like, I was helping them, I was freeing them, but I was singing. My voice was so angelic. And when I woke up, I could hear the sound. I could hear it in my head. So I looked it up, what it meant. Okay, and it was Hebrew. It was telling me, the song I was singing was, come to the garden of the Lord. Okay? Because you are merciful and you are graceful. And that's what I was singing. Come to the garden of the Lord. But I was speaking it in Hebrew. I'm like, how do I know Hebrew? I don't know Hebrew, but that was a past life or something like that. I believe in past lives. Okay, I believe in past lives. Why do you think chosen ones are chosen? Because we clearly have hit a higher level before we come here, but we come here to help others on this journey. And yeah, there are still things that we can work on too. You know what I'm saying? That's what Earth is, a school. You could still, even though you're always be open to being a student and a teacher, because it's always so much to learn, you know. But yeah, I'm like, that's how I knew. I don't come from a background of God fearing people. My maternal side doesn't talk of God, and I wasn't raised with my paternal side. I was raised with my maternal side, but they never talked to God. I was the only one that spoke of God. I am the only one on my mother's side that speaks of God. Okay, my mother now, she reads the Bible and stuff, but it's not like me, you know. But my father's side, my grandmother, who is still alive, they pray, they talk of God. I am more like that than I am of my mother's side. So I feel like I get that way of knowing God more from my father's side. So yeah, get to know yourself, get to learn yourself, chosen ones, because you have the answers within you. You just have to open the door and let God in. And I'm sending love and light. Mwah.